In this video, we're going to create pie charts and bar charts using data that we've collected, and we're going to do that in Excel. I'm going to show you how to get some data out of an Excel online document as well. So let's say we're interested in looking at 7HL, and you're interested in looking at what their favourite dessert is. Now I'm going to look at these values here. So what I'm going to do is select them. Okay, so I click on the first one, which goes with 7HL, hold down the Shift button, and then scroll myself down until I get to the last HL, which is here. Okay, and then I click on it. And by holding Shift, do you see it's highlighted everything? So I'm going to now take all of those out of the document. I'm going to press Command C, which is copy, and then I'm going to go into an Excel document. Now, I've got an Excel document open already. I want to have a new one. Instead of opening a whole new one, can you see right down here at the bottom there's a little plus? We're going to add a new sheet. It's like adding a new page. I'm going to add a sheet, and I can call it something too. If I double click in here, I might call this dessert. Okay, so this is for 7HL. Now, I often like to zoom as well, so if you go up to the top and you go to View, you can zoom. I'm going to zoom in a lot so you can see what's happening. Okay, and now what we're going to do is work with the data that we copied. So I'm going to click in the top cell and press Command V, which pastes all my values in there. And now what I'm going to do is put them in a format that'll work so that we can create a graph. I'm just going to move the edge out here so it's nice and pretty. Now, the way this is not very useful to us in Excel. So we're going to do two things with it first. The first thing, I'm going to highlight all this data. So same thing, just highlight it with the mouse. And I'm going to right click, okay, and then press sort. And I'm just going to sort by ascending. And what that does is it puts all the similar things together. Okay, now that we've got it like this, we're going to create a new little table just over here with our different values. We've got apple pie, we've got cake, we've got chocolate mousse. So all I'm doing is just typing. We've got ice cream, and we've got pavlova. And if you want to be fancy, you can highlight and you can actually create, just going to this one, this is in home, you can create borders around it so it's nice and pretty. I'll move this out. Okay, so we're going to now do the frequency of how many there are for each. Now you can probably see straight up there are 3 people for apple pie, but if you were a bit lazy, which I can be sometimes, is that you can have a look. I'll just move this up so you can see. Can you see down here at the bottom, there's a little arrow. You can pick different things here. If you say count, when you highlight stuff, see if I highlight apple pie, you see it says count is 3. So it actually tells you how many. Cake, you can see is 1. Chocolate mousse, I'm going to highlight them. There's 5 of those. There is 9, I can see from there, ice creams. And there is 2 pavlovas. So that count down here is really handy, especially when you have really big tables of values. So this format now is in the correct format for graphs. So this might be, we call this dessert, and this is frequency. And I'm just going to pretty it up. So because you're going to put this in your assignment, you can make this pretty. You can do lots of things, change the fonts. So we're now going to highlight the table only, like that. And then we're going to go to charts and then pick a chart. Now this is categorical data, so we can either do a pie chart, a column chart, or a bar chart. So we're going to do one of each. So I'm going to click on pie. Lots of different ones. I'm just going to do the plain one, and it straight away does it for you. Now this doesn't have a title, which it should do. So if you go to layouts up here, there's different layouts. So you can pick one that has, a title, and then click in there. And I might call this for 7HL. So 7HL favourite dessert. Okay, and then that's it. So to move this around, if you grab the blue edge of the graph, you can also move it in, move it out, or change it, or something like that. And you can also move things around inside here as well. So you just play with it and get it how you want it to be. I'm going to put in a bar chart and a column chart as well. So same thing, highlight the table only, go to column, and we can do that one. You can see you've got all your different things there. Now depending, sometimes you might find that you like to switch it. So up here there's switch, sometimes that'll do things in different colours, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And again, you can experiment with all the different layouts so you can change what it looks like. Okay, and the last one is a bar chart. Same thing, highlight the data, bar, and then click on it to make it into a bar chart. So it's really easy, very easy way to make things in Excel. And remember, always make sure you've got a title for your graph and that you've labeled the axes. So with this one, I'm going to make sure that I label, and it was just one of the options here that has axes, label the axes so you know what this is. So this might be dessert, and this would be number of people. So if you click on it and just start typing, you can just add the title really easily. So make sure that you've got titles and labels on all your graphs that you put into your assignment, and you may even like to include the tables as well, so the tables where you get your information like this type. So make sure you're taking your information out of that big Excel document, creating your graphs in Excel, and you can always create new pages this way too. So you might do different pages and compare between homerooms, different things like dessert or height. So it's up to you.